Sylvain, come on down.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to share a little bit a challenge I have with the word serving, to serve somebody, that I hear a lot, and I have a kind of love and hate relationship with the word, and I wanted to see if you can shed some light. So what I like about it is to be in service to others or service of others. I started my career in the hotel industry because I love being of service to others. So that's something I think I do naturally, I enjoy doing. What I'm struggling with here is that we have, I think there is an intention, or I feel there is an intention behind the serving, which is to get a customer or create a customer. And so, yes, we are in service of somebody. And yes, when we invite and enroll, we shouldn't think about creating a customer. We should be fully serving. But there is still a little voice that says, hey, think about the money and make a client. And so I'm struggling with that word. I don't know if you can help me out.
Well, I mean, I have to bring the man back, Steve Chandler. Like, this is Steve. Like, Sylvain, your name is all over this question, Steve.
Well, what's wrong with that voice? The greatest way I could serve you would be to have you be a paid client. Service is not synonymous with pro bono. It doesn't mean sacrificing myself, giving myself with no return. Just that is not. The greatest service a brain surgeon has in his life or her life is to perform what they do professionally. That's the greatest way that person serves humanity. It's the same thing with you. The greatest service you will deliver in 2022 are to people who have paid you for your coaching, because their commitment is higher. Their consciousness is greater once they've paid you, once they're in a session with you. Your commitment to them is higher. Your consciousness, your imaginative resources are greater when you're working with them. So that's the ultimate service. So that voice that tells me I would ultimately like to have you be a client of mine is not in contradiction with I'm here to merely serve you for the moment. I'm here to find out if I can help you in any way. They're not in conflict. And a lot of coaches, and I remember at the start, I feel like I'm being duplicitous, or it's bait and switch or something like that. That changes when you see your professional work as the highest service you have to offer. And so there's this service, which is preliminary talking, where I see if I can help you now. And then there's the greater service, which is what occurs when we work for 6 months or a year together. If you haven't even seen service until you see that. So there's an old idea that I'm taking someone's money when they pay me. And there's no taking going on. There is an offer of money from that person to me for my service. They initiate. Will you take me as a client? Yes, I will take you. Will you accept my money so that I can count on you showing up for sessions? Yes, I'll accept your money, because that's how it works. So the voice you talk about is not your enemy, or not evidence of you being a fraud or tricking people or being against service. It is even higher service. So I have no problem with serving you, and also thinking it would be wonderful to have you as a client, a paid client. They are not in contradiction.
Have we completed your struggle with the word service, Sylvain? Did we handle it?
Yeah, what I was thinking is, when I send those emails telling people, look, I offer you a conversation for free. and there is no string attached, and I'm writing that, and the voice is saying yes, and you want to have them as a customer who pays money. And so that feels somehow, I hear what you say, Steve, and maybe I need to requalify that the first discussion is, I don't know, is of a lower level, as you said, than the paid discussion, which is a higher form of service. But it still sometimes feels awkward to say it's free of charge, you don't need to do it, but I know I have an intention behind it.
Well, they know that too. The remedy is to be a grown-up about it and not think I'm a little boy tricking people into giving me money. And that's what happened to me. But fortunately, it was very quickly when that got cured. I was 50 years old, and so I had my whole life in front of me when that got cured. So it's a matter of being adult. We all know that your profession is coaching and that people pay you for it. So I'm not tricking you if I say, let's have a no strings attached conversation. Just like if you come on my car lot, yes, you may take it for a test drive. And I think, oh my God, before you get in the car, I've got to confess something. I hope you buy it. I feel like such a trickster. I feel like Satan himself. And the person in the car is saying, I know, that's okay. I know you're here to sell cars. Don't worry about it. No more internal psychological self-flagellation and excessive fascination with my own worries and fears and self-doubt and self-concept. We all want clients. Everyone we talk to knows that we live by our clients. So you don't have to worry about it anymore unless you get a kick out of it.
Thank you, Steve.
Can you hear that, Sylvain?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Awesome. Great question. Great question. Thank you, Steve.